We're back and better than ever.
And on time, and definitely not a day that we usually don't record.
Hell yeah. They'll never know because we posted on the weekend
won't.
anyway.
Yeah.
Idiots. Fools.
Fools.
Ha, 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 ha. All right. How's everyone? Shit, I forgot the timer. Delay.
Delay what?
Delay.
You didn't forget anything.
Someone stall. Okay.
All for timer.
Boom.
Timer.
A little peek between the behind the
Now
curtain.
where did the word timer come from? Anyway, am I still stalling? No, we're good.
Timer? I hardly know her.
Good one. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say a peek behind the curtain.
Time people.
No, before that.
Oh.
How was your week? I think that's what you're going with.
Oh yeah. Weeks? How are people going? Or doing? Or being?
Balatro.
Yeah, Balatro.
Yeah. That's what's happening with those two, at least. Whenever they talk about it, it's like they're speaking a new language.
Balatro.
Balatro.
The difference between white steak and green steak feels, I mean, it's because I suck, but it feels massive.
I'm really scared about what comes after.
Yeah.
Both of those sound like unhealthy colors to have a steak be.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like a brown with some red in it, maybe.
Wait, not white steak. I meant red steak. Red steak to green steak. Because it goes white, red, green.
Yeah.
I know the last one's gold steak.
So it's like fancy where you shave the gold on top of it.
Yeah, it's like Salt Bay.
Yeah, Gold Bay.
What does he do? Like this?
Gold steak.
Gold Bay.
Steak, you're not allowed to buy any.
Yeah.
And then Old Bay is when you just put Old Bay on it.
Yeah. Does Old Bay
any of this?
Does Old Bay come from bay leaves?
No.
It doesn't?
It comes from Maryland. I don't know.
Interesting. Because bay leaves are a spice. Or a herb, I don't know.
Yeah, like
they're a flavoring.
Old Bay, I think is.
I think Old Bay's red.
Referring to a location. It is red, yes. It's a red.
Well, Old Bay's a combination of spices. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
The Bay might be.
But I think the Bay is specifically
is like region,
like just the name.
Geographical. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah. Going back to nutrition, I got an unsolicited tip today. Make your own salad dressings. Super easy and delicious. So there you go.
All right. So this is how you do. So it's like water.
No.
Peanut butter.
No. False.
Maple syrup.
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. That part's important.
Yeah.
Spit. Preferably human, but you can make do with a dog.
Yeah.
And then finally, Old Bay.
Yeah.
Olive oil and Old Bay.
But truly, a lot of the dressings, at least the thinner dressings, are basically just some sort of oil and then some sort of acid, and that's it. Then you can add stuff to your taste, but it's very simple.
Olive oil and hydrochloric acid.
Yeah,
I don't think spit is necessarily an acid, but it's corrosive.
Yeah. It might be. Is spit acidic? I'm gonna look this up.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably got to be close to body pH, probably. I don't actually know. I don't actually know what blood is.
Saliva is slightly acidic. It ranges from 6.2 to 7.6.
Spit and olive oil.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spit and olive oil, you're good.
Spit and olive oil.
Bam.
That's just chemistry, baby.
Yeah. So this week we weren't
Facts.
we weren't planning on doing a theming one, but then a theme sort of popped up naturally. So we roll with the punches here.
Wasn't that natural?
Yeah, it was natural. So a couple, maybe like a month ago, maybe even more. Who knows? Episode 46, we had started a relationship red flags tier list. And so we figured we'd just do r/dating advice and make this a dating themed episode, as we are the masters of dating. So
clearly
So without further ado, I guess let's go on to r/dating advice. Ryobi, take the floor.
Oh, I'm going first?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this one. This is not a proverb, but this is advice that someone received or has seen and they are questioning whether it's valid or not. The concept is this. If you ask someone out on a date and get rejected, you should just stop all contact immediately instead of trying to remain friends with them. What do you guys think about that? Is that good advice?
I feel like it depends, like, the establishment.
Like what you were before?
Yeah.
You asked them out? I think that's pretty valid.
Yeah, because if you met on a dating app and you have virtually no connection and you're like, we should go steady or whatever, or we should let's go on a date, and the person is like, no, then it's like there's not really a relationship that you're giving up.
Trying to maintain. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's like you've been friends for a year, then I think as long as you can put your feelings aside, then it's probably worth maintaining that relationship.
Yeah, that's a big if though. It depends how bad. It's like, oh, do you want to? It's like, oh, we get along. Do you want to try it? Or on the other hand, like you really like this person and you were like giving it your all and trying to like not show off, but like put your full effort into like this proposition.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that is like if you're actually like heartbroken that they said no, you can't really just immediately go back to normal.
Yeah.
Or whatever normal was.
Yeah. You kind of got to pull a gym and move offices, move states,
Yeah.
and then start dating Karen. That's
what you
got to do.
Pull back a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Karen Filippelli. But yeah, I think we're all pretty much in agreement, like where it depends, but I'd say more oftentimes than not, that's good advice, which might be controversial, but I think more often than not, I'd agree that you might as well just cut your losses.
Okay. Do you kind of like pull back and let them kind of dictate where your friendship now lies, or like is it your choice to be like, okay, so we're gonna still be friends, right? And it's like, is that purely your choice, or?
Well, yeah, obviously it's not even pure. Like it takes two to tango in any relationship.
Yeah,
but I think also, yeah, you shouldn't ghost them. You should be like, okay, that's cool. I respect your, your autonomy in this situation. Yeah, but like,
that's a really good way to phrase it.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, okay, but respectfully, I'm probably gonna remove myself, if that makes sense. That's not the best way to put it, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, let them know. Be open and honest about your intentions.
Like, hey, if you want to still hang out like normal or as friends, maybe, I would say, in my opinion, if you had a previous friendship with this person and you don't want to lose that, be explicit. Say that. Like, hey, I still want to be friends.
Yeah.
If that's chill. And then you kind of just fall in their court, leave it at that.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, especially if you're the guy and the girl is the rejecter, they may not be comfortable with that because
they don't want to lead you on.
Well, not only that, but I think a lot of guys are creepy and weird, and so they'll be like, they'll imagine that the guy has an ulterior motive, like because there's such a thing around that, right? Like breaking out of the friend zone. Like the whole like,
okay, yeah,
it's
like it's a no for now. And
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's like,
yeah, I think that whole thing is kind of a little bit toxic. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
I think the friend zone in general is toxic.
Everything
can be, yeah. And of course, there are examples of someone who did break out of the friend zone, but it's like the fact that people view it as like this game, kind of like, oh, like girls just have to say no, and then you gotta whittle them down,
wear them down.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird.
I don't like it. Do
not want.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So just be chill.
Yeah, I agree.
Take a step back and then let the other party give them the chance to give input on what happens next.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't vet these posts enough, but you know what? If it's bad, it's bad.
That's concerning.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. How to recover from this cringe. I went on a date with a woman, and I'm a little bit infatuated with her. We scheduled for maybe a second date in 2 weeks, so I've been texting her. I think I said something too cringe, and I don't know how to recover. The actual text went like this. Me. I like a little danger. She. Is that why you like me? Me. Yeah, you're like a Pandora's box. I feel like you're hiding a lot of lore. She. Upside down smiley face. So yeah, I didn't vet these hard enough. That was nothing. That was a full nothing sandwich. Any thoughts?
Not that cringe.
Yeah, that was a cringe.
Not that cringe. I feel like it's definitely a misstep.
Yeah,
I think
upside down smiley face cues you into the fact that it's a misstep. But
I think upside down. I like upside down smiley face. I use that to express a lot. So I don't think that's even necessarily like bad. It's just like I think you were trying to tell a joke, but didn't make sense or wasn't funny.
Yeah,
and
I don't
did
even get
it.
what they were trying to say.
I think he said it's like, wait, was the like Pandora's box and then a lot of lore 2 separate messages?
No, that's one message.
Okay, because Pandora's
I'm
box
trying
is
to get
a
what they're saying.
Pandora's box is a box of everything bad in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying that someone is everything bad in the world,
Yeah, that's
it's
not.
not a compliment. You
Yeah,
can say, oh, they're mysterious. It's like, oh, no, we know what's in Pandora's box.
yeah.
And then there's the whole thing is like, oh, but there's also one good thing, and that's hope or something like that. And that's like the one good thing that did get out.
You're all
But,
bad except for one good thing.
Good thing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely a misstep. I mean, the upside down
Yeah.
smiley face. Like, I think if like the only as long as they're still messaging you, like especially an emoji for the most part. I mean, there's always you can never say always, right? But like,
I would bet
unless
anything
they
that
didn't text back.
This is the last message. This is like
Well, even if that ends a conversation, that's fine.
they've had.
Hold
I
on, one at a time.
I think the only way that it's really bad is if they don't reply at all, or if they reply with something like just K or something like that. But if they reply with just an emoji and that's sort of a natural end to the conversation, it's like it's whatever. I don't know. But again, I've been married for like 3 years, dating the same person for 6, so I haven't dated in a while. So
Has it been 3 years?
in August, so it's been
Okay,
2.5.
alright.
Yeah, I lied.
Alright. Damn.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
RJ, what were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, sorry. I interrupted.
Really?
I
Come on, RJ. I'm trying to
No,
do
I-
you a
no,
favor
I
here.
think- I think this is probably the last thing that was said. This is probably like the last too nervous.
To text
About-
back? Well, that's on them. Just start a new conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Li-
it's fine.
That's why they're
Literally-
going to, like that's why they're going to Reddit. They wouldn't be going to Reddit if
They were still talking after that. Yeah.
yeah, and they'd give more like if they like ignored them after that,
But that
and like they would add that context probably.
mhm. But that is so emblematic of like dating. I remember that when I was on Tinder. Like you'd say like one thing that's sort of cringe, and then you'd be thinking about it for the next like 2 days. Like, oh my god, why did I say that? Blah, blah, blah. Do you have that,
Or-
Ryobi? You're on the dating app
No,
game.
see, when I'm saying something, it's like if I said something and then they would be like, "Oh man, that was so fucking funny." It's a shame they didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, they suck. I dodged
Actually,
a bullet.
I hate them.
I
Yeah,
thought they were like Pandora's box, and they didn't even laugh.
fuckers.
Clearly, they're not up on their fucking Bible study.
Yeah.
No,
What?
What?
Where do you think the story of Pandora's box comes
From the Bible,
Oh,
idiot.
it's Greek. That's right.
Dumbass. It comes straight out of
Yeah,
the
the
Bible.
Greek Bible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With
The
Zeus.
Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the Greek Bible
God,
written by
if we did like a
Zeus.
competitive quiz where we name Greek gods, you guys would destroy me. I can name like 5. And then I get into like, oh, is that Roman? I don't know. Like I know Romans are the ones that are planets, right? So like Mars is Roman. Yeah, Mercury is Roman. But I can't remember like the Greek, because they all have Greek equivalents, or most of them do, right? Like Mars is Aries. That's the only one I know. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Okay. Let's do the one that made Ryobi mad in the pre-show.
But
Okay.
it was like poor English. That's the okay. Just read it.
XGF is hit me. Didn't apologize, but it's calling about living arrangements. What to do?
An AI wrote this. I want you to know that.
I need George to translate.
That means his girlfriend hit me and didn't apologize, but is now calling him about living arrangements. And he wants to know what to do. I think. That's what I got from it. Anyway, let's read on. My girlfriend punched me. What? No, his girlfriend didn't hit him. Or his girlfriend hit him, not me. Okay. My girlfriend punched me in the face about a month ago and tried to act like it didn't happen. I secretly just moved all of our stuff out of the place we share without telling her while she was away. I also uninstalled the internet modem and Wi-Fi, as well as security cameras. I told the landlord what happened. Landlord said that when the lease ends in 2 months, she will be removed from the lease, and I can move back in after she leaves. I blocked her and have been avoiding her since the incident. Landlord just told her today she's not going to renew. She asked why, and she told her because my other tenant doesn't want to renew. Now my ex is blowing up my phone, calling from her blocked number and other numbers I don't recognize. Should I answer? What could she possibly have to say? Parentheses. She also has a kid, so I feel bad for displacing them. Ooh, messy situation. Messy.
Probably trying to fucking gaslight.
Yeah, I mean, he is being a little bitch, RJ. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Suck it up and let her hit him.
Yeah, I think that's a huge double standard in society is that, like, when men, like, women can't abuse men because men are the stronger sex or whatever. And I think there is, like, definitely a double standard there. Whereas, like, there's even in, like, shows and comedies and stuff where, like, male to female domestic abuse is taken seriously, but female to male domestic abuse is sometimes just, like, a punchline almost. Excuse the pun.
Did you do that on purpose? Because
No, I didn't do it on purpose.
I'm gonna say that was really good.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it was.
No, I'm not that smart.
Full marks on that one.
I'm not that smart.
Okay. It's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that like somebody is like, I don't know.
Yeah, this whole thing is sad.
It's just like standards are whatever. Like I know mine are unrealistic, but like, would you have known that somebody is a person who would hit you in an argument before you started living with them? I don't know. I mean, maybe emotions
Probably
run
not.
high and perhaps substances are involved, but like,
think
I don't know. Like, how do you get yourself in this situation? That's what's first on my mind. It's like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
living such a massive
Wait, say it again? Sorry.
living together is such a massive
Yeah.
really hard to gauge how like being together without living.
Yeah, I agree. And it, like, some people do just have, like, completely different... I mean, outside of just, like, obviously you can have people who are, like, bipolar, and then they're literally different people when they're in their episodes or, you know, manic states or whatever.
Mhm.
But even outside of that, it's like, some people can just, like, they can be a whole different person when they're at an emotional state than when they're just normal. And you can, you know, not see that elevated state.
Nazi? Stupid joke. Stupid non-joke, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel for the guy.
I have a solution for this. So
Don't-
it sounds like the problem arises when you're in different emotional states. So the solution is to not have emotion.
Yeah.
Just be a psychopath.
Just be a stoic.
Or is it sociopath? I forget which one.
Well, there's a thin line between a stoic and a sociopath.
Yeah, straddle that line.
Yeah. But I think
Put a saddle on it.
I think to answer your question, I think people get there by, like, I think, well, there's two things. One, they could just not see that other side until, you know, they're in very deep. And I won't say too deep because you can hopefully always get out, but like in very deep. And then two, you can also have that thing, which I think is super cringe. And if it's on the red flag list, it'd be in red flag. But like the whole, like, I can fix him mentality or I can fix her mentality, I think is, I don't know. Like, people don't change unless they really want to. I do believe people can change, but they have to want to. You know what I mean? You can't change people.
Is RJ getting quieter every time he talks? I can't even hear him when he just like chimes in with one word or whatever. But
He's so quiet.
What did you say when George
It
was
can always be louder.
Perfect.
It's just like if you're gonna interrupt, at least let me hear what you said.
No, I was done talking that time.
No, but he like chimed in with a word, and I felt like it was a good bite. Or like, but I couldn't even hear it. No, it wasn't good.
Nothing he says is good.
Yeah, you should never listen to anything that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
man,
should really
okay.
just mute him the whole episode. All right, let's move on to something a little more lighthearted? Question mark?
I have a good one. I have one that's the opposite.
Okay,
Say-
wait, is it lighthearted?
It's about green flags.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
So this is somebody asking ladies about green flags in guys that guys don't think about. What are the little things guys do that actually make a big difference in attraction?
Should we flip this since we're guys? You get what I'm saying? Because he's asking
Oh,
girls for guy green flags that they don't think about. Should we do the inverse?
Okay, we could do that.
Okay.
I kind of want to hear these guy green flags that we don't
Oh,
think about.
oh,
I
like
was
read
gonna
the comments?
I was going to browse
Oh,
the
okay.
comments and read
Sorry,
the top
sorry.
ones, just kind of so we can talk about them. So,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
paying attention to things we say and remembering small details.
Hmm.
That seems, once again, a lot of these are just like pretty benign. It's just like, pay
Yeah.
attention
Yeah.
and be engaged in conversation.
Also, don't want to mansplain, but I'm going to go ahead and disagree. Listening and paying attention is bad. Sorry, ladies.
It's actively bad.
Well,
Yeah, so
not bad.
actually-
Always listening and paying attention. He's a fucking stalker.
Yeah,
Great.
he's creeping me out. I'm serious.
And
He
to
like
put
remembers words they say. Gross.
You don't get a word in, Roby. Sorry, sucker.
he drove me home and now he knows where I live. Cringe. Ick.
Cringe. Ick. Red flag. Okay, what's another comment?
Well, I was gonna say we could flip that on its head and be like, all right, so the green flag for girls that girls don't know about is don't remember things that we say.
Yeah.
Never remember
The
anything.
inverse. Actually,
Because when we promise we'll do something and then you forget about it, that's perfect.
yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
Because then there's no action involved whatsoever.
I
No
did
action required.
I did say that, but now that I think about it, I can't even think of one for girls that they might not think of that is a green flag. Could either of you?
Yeah.
I
can't
think
believe
a lot of them are gonna just be like so basic that you're like, yeah, of course that's like a desirable thing to be like
Yeah.
kind and attentive and whatnot. I think a lot of these are just variations on like certain positive emotions
Maybe
and
some
then just extrapolated to be specific scenarios.
maybe some of these, it's not really specific to girls, but I think that some people might not think of or don't think of enough is like, at least for me, I would say don't be social media obsessed, and also
Yeah. I
be
agree with that.
be good with finances, like personal finances. I think are two that are
Also,
at least attractive to me.
also big green flag. Cook.
Ooh, yeah. I agree.
That's universal.
Yeah, that's
That's
universal.
universal. Because it's one proves you know how to like, I don't know, manage things to at least the extent of a grocery list and then like expanding a skill set to
Also, it proves that
provide for a human need.
you can
Just
make me
kidding.
a fucking sandwich.
Here's
All right,
here's the
George, I'm
other
taking
thing
away
that
your
is
points that you got
universal
for
is
punchline.
eating fucking rocks.
Yeah,
Especially with good food.
yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah,
I'm all over the place this episode.
That's fine.
There are times where George tells me about like shit he's cooking. I'm like, man, I wish I was like gay, kind of.
Yeah,
And I could date and I could eat his food.
yeah. I mean,
You don't have to be gay to eat George's food. You just have to be a stalker
yeah.
and go through his garbage.
and I like April is very like picky, so I feel like she is constantly driving me to improve my cooking, because like I'll be like, oh, this is bomb, and she's like, it's okay. Like it could be better. I'm like, damn it, I need to work harder.
Just nagging you for self-improvement.
Yeah.
Really, really critical. See, I would worry if someone's very picky. I would worry about like the opposite, where they're like,
Mm.
because in my head, very picky is like chicken nuggets and mac and cheese people.
No, like she eats like mostly vegetables and salads, but it's like she's like so many foods she's like, I'll never touch, like mayo, mustard, ketchup, beef, like for the most part. Yeah, she hates beef for like almost any type of beef, like steak or
I think it's fine to have preferences.
Yeah, but she's
Like,
she's very specific.
It's not okay to have preference. It's just crazy that not liking beef is one of those preferences.
Yeah, and I'll make
I mean,
like I'll make like a spice mix, with like 6 different things, and she'll pick out one of the things and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't like that spice." It'll be like there'll be like 7 things.
It won't taste like that one spice because there's 5 other things, other things with it. But okay.
Yeah, she'll find the star of anise. She's a baker, so it makes sense, but she has a very refined palate. So it's like you can't like easily sneak stuff by her.
That makes sense.
To be fair, and star of anise is a pretty strong. That's a bold flavor.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, isn't that bitter?
Flavor.
I don't know. Is it? It's kind of like it's in chai. A lot of chai tea mixes. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like it, but like RJ's. Yeah, it's kind of black licorice-y. It's not exactly bitter.
So
it's
disgusting.
I love black licorice personally.
Yeah, I think Ryobi is
Yeah,
Black
he's
licorice
weak-willed.
Black
is.
licorice haters are weak.
Yeah, they're all weak.
Why would you ever have black licorice when you can have any other kind of candy?
Also, don't you hate mustard, RJ?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna call you weak.
I would eat
I'm not big on like regular yellow mustard, but like
Oh,
brown,
then you're weak.
Dijon.
Yeah, you're weak. All mustard is good, and you're weak. All right, so
I mean, okay, we are so far off topic from that photo.
RJ's weak.
We
Ryobi's
covered
weak.
one green flag.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. When they can laugh about themselves and are aware if they made a mistake.
Yeah.
Perfect. I am incredibly aware when I make mistakes.
To a fault.
I think everyone on this podcast fits that. Fits that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I think part of that is admitting to it as well and being like, "Hey,
yeah.
fucked up. My bad."
I haven't made a mistake yet, but I'm sure as soon as I do. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Mm.
God, it's gonna be.
It's gonna all come out at once.
Yeah.
Something for steak havers. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a visceral experience. It's just gonna make you vomit, and then you're just gonna be like apologizing as loud as you can.
One of these is kind of.
I know what you're talking about.
A lot of green flags are just the inverse of red flags, I feel like. But one of them that I know is on. I don't think we'll get to it. That it's on the next segment. But being a one-upper, I fucking hate that so much. So just not be doing that is a good green flag.
When somebody's not a jerk.
Yeah, but one-upper is so specific. It's like whenever someone's like, "Oh, I once caught a 12-inch fish," you have to be like, "Oh yeah, well, oh that's awesome." But once I was out on fucking lake,
I don't think
whatever.
A 12-inch fish is very big.
I don't know. I don't know why I used a fishing metaphor when I never fish, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, I went to sleep at 2 a.m. last night, and you're like, oh, I went to sleep at 5 a.m. You know, you always have to like get a little bit better. You know, yeah. But anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and refresh people's memories. All our return fans. This is our tier list that we were making. So, you know, obviously we're not going to go all the way through this. But for our red flags, at least, we had inconsistent communication, dismissive of your feelings, controlling, lack of accountability, and unwilling to address or resolve conflicts. And then I did want to quickly highlight that I actually changed some of mine around. So invested in politics. Yeah, I cheated. And invested in politics, I actually moved that down to actually I like this because I feel like different political alignments I already put in depends on the situation, and I was sort of like assuming the person I'm dating is at least mostly politically aligned with me, then I would actually like them to be invested in politics. Like I think this is a good thing.
Yeah, to separate them into two different things, I think makes sense.
I forget how the fuck.
Oh, or just forgetting something. Nothing happened. This was seamless. I don't know what we were talking about 10 minutes ago, but there was no technical difficulties.
It's almost as if 10 minutes haven't passed. It's actually just a couple seconds.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So
red flags.
Red flags. And this is my list. Oh, I wanted to highlight what I changed. That's what I think I didn't get there yet. So invested in politics, I moved down because I think like different political alignments, this already assumes that if I'm dating the person, this already assumes that we're at least semi-close in politics, and I actually would like them to be invested in politics. So I moved that down to positive. That's basically all I changed. Anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Moving on. Excessive jealousy is the next one. Thoughts?
No
thoughts.
I feel like I have not good thoughts about this one.
How excessive is. But
excessive for you.
Let's just say instant deal breaker.
Yeah. I don't. Again, it depends because a little bit of jealousy is kind of hot. No, is it? Is that just me?
George,
a little bit of jealousy.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of jealousy. Well, here's the thing. It depends on the kind of jealousy.
It's nice to feel wanted.
Yeah. It makes you feel like a prize.
If she's like shows you like more affection about it, like.
Yeah, or even just little like
jealousy where she just gets mad at you sucks.
Yeah, but when it leans into controlling, that's when it's bad. If they're like, because my high school,
you can't have friends that I don't like or something like that.
No,
you spend too much time with people that I don't.
My high school girlfriend was like, you're not allowed to have female friends, which like that is like
that's weird.
Yeah. So I'm with RJ. If it's very excessive, that's an instant deal breaker. So I'll put that up there for me.
This is a bad but manageable. I can fix that.
Okay, but me and RJ outvote you on the
Oh, you're just like, I can fix
Yeah.
her mentality is bad.
That's a red
Ryan's
flag.
like, I can fix her.
Yeah.
I can fix this specifically, not everything.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Fair.
it's kind of like it's not that bad. It's better than them not caring about me at all. That's like I said, toxic trait of myself.
Yeah. I think
Of thinking this is in any way a good thing.
Yeah. I think what
Okay.
my problem with this list is it starts out with all the heavy hitter, like a lot of the heavy hitters, like that are obviously like constantly negative. That's a red flag for anyone, isn't it? Or maybe I'm
It's not a good thing, but I think this is also I can fix
Also
that
say
too.
stuff like-
I can fix that.
you can
Like-
fix everything. You're problem builder.
Stuff like controlling and lack of accountability. That's not even a flag at that point.
That's
like,
just get the fuck out
like
of here.
I feel like in
It's
my
not a
head,
deal
I
breaker.
like-
The deal
I-
was never started.
Yeah, you never
I
even
like-
started
I like
negotiations.
like in my head, red flags are like, what are things that like say that this person
Does
like-
after you start interacting with them.
like that
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
that this person might be a bad person
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Not that they
Not, like-
already
And
are.
not like
clearly.
an actual and not like already a problem. Like a
Mhm.
red flag is like, to me that's a warning.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like we can
Lack of
speed run
accountability
these.
isn't a warning. That's just a problem.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like we can speed run some of these. Like disregard
Yeah, like,
boundaries, constantly negative. Those are both. Do I have at least one other voter that are putting those in instant deal breakers?
I put it in
Yeah,
bad.
I put
Both
bad
of
but
them?
manageable, constantly negative.
Oh, you put
Disregard
that? Okay.
boundaries and deal breaker.
Wow. Okay.
Disregards boundaries. I'm pretty sure disregard is spelled wrong, so that's an instant deal breaker.
Yeah. Is it? Oh yeah. Yeah. It is. That's not guard, as in like
Yeah.
guard someone.
Doesn't have the same. Okay, here's a good one. Now we're getting into
That's
the
one
fun
is
ones.
interesting.
This
Doesn't
is
have the same music taste whatsoever.
I think
I think
Actually, I like this.
that might
Yeah.
be bad but manageable.
no.
What?
You don't want to be able to listen to music with this person ever?
That's not what it is.
That's not what it is.
That's what whatsoever is, right?
You
No,
can listen
like
to music and not enjoy it.
yeah, like me and April have like I listen to almost everything except I feel like my music taste is like almost everything, and like a large chunk of what I don't listen to it entirely encapsulates April's like music taste. But like I don't know, I like being able to listen to other music tastes even if they're not, even if I don't really care for them. So,
I like being exposed to different stuff because I will
Yeah.
not find it on my own.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, I like this as well. So
There's a
democracy
point
wins.
where you can. Yeah, there's a
I
point
like-
where somebody can be like actively like, oh, your music taste sucks. I hate this, but that I feel like is not the same thing. I think that's a different red flag than what this is saying.
I think
Yeah, I agree.
whatsoever to me implies that like
Me and
like, you
April
didn't
almost
like
have
it
this.
actually at all.
Like my music tastes are so wide and shallow that like I like there are definitely
You can connect with basically anyone.
like
to
she
a degree.
yeah like she likes like I don't know 5% of my music, maybe 10, and I'm the same with her. So I'd say we fall into this. Like it's always going to be there's stuff along the margins.
French cases, yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind it. I like it's either could be good or actually like this, but I'm gonna agree with Ryobi and just put it here for the. But that's why we're doing 3 lists. I mean,
Whatsoever just sounds absolutist to me, and
I can get along with
George,
anyone.
is
If
that
music
George-
taste is the
George
only
like
thing that's the
George?
problem, that's not a problem.
okay, no, I agree.
Yeah.
One uppers. This is definitely. It's bad but
This is
manageable.
annoying.
It's
but,
definitely
like,
annoying, but it's not like such a like I wouldn't ever get past it.
yeah.
I'd say bad but manageable for me.
Yeah, it's once again, it's something I would want to eventually train out,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I don't know if I can fix that one, but I would try.
Yeah. That one,
RJ?
So the white
Thoughts?
list, bad but manageable.
okay, so we all hey, that's unanimous. Let's go. Excessively compliments? I don't care about this at all.
I like that.
Yeah, I like this, if anything. Yeah.
I'm easy. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. RJ?
Positive attention.
Could be good.
Oh,
I'm
you're a
not-
little lower. Hmm.
I'm a
Well,
little
RJ is
lower.
incredibly negative about
I
himself.
have no
Yeah.
yeah. That's
You're
that's
skeptical
the other
if they're
thing,
doing
'cause
this.
I feel like
You're like, you're lying right now.
Yeah, I also don't know what excessive is, but yeah, I kind of
Hmm. Oh, the
This is
next
always
one's the
I
opposite.
kind
This
of
is always
assume most people are complimenting me just to be nice.
What about never compliments?
That's the next
Never
one.
compliments would be worse.
Well, that's the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I also.
never compliments.
Is
Not the worst
this
thing.
If you're,
is this
if,
on the same is this on the same level as controlling and all this other awful shit?
I don't know, like if your significant other is never ever complimenting you, that's kind of like,
It's at one point it's like if they never compliment you, but they like still have like positive opinions of you,
yeah,
that's
that's
different.
true.
But
That's
like
true.
how are they as long as they show it in some way,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be an explicit compliment, but if I don't know how else you would show it.
yeah. I mean, April isn't like outwardly like she's definitely closer to never compliment, but she compliments me. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
just like she's not excessively doing it.
you're not worried about your standing with her. Ever.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
That's
never
never
is
been
just.
a
It's. I'm kind of having the same problem that RJ had with the music one, where it's so absolutist. Like never means never. So
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
never means never.
yeah. I kind of want to put it in deal breaker. I don't know.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
Say nice things to me.
Yeah. Be nice.
Just be
Yeah, I'm
just be
really
kind to
negative
me.
about myself, so.
Yeah. Oh, where did you
don't
put
have
it
nice things to say. You don't have compliments for me. I don't have compliments for me either.
at? Where did you where did you put it?
RJ's like,
We
at least
agree.
they're not lying to me.
Wait. So, sorry. Where'd you put it, RJ?
Not the worst.
Oh wow. Okay.
If
That's
only
fair.
because bad but manageable is a weird way to phrase it. Like,
Yeah. It's kind of like how I was
'cause
talking.
bad but manageable sounds like
I'm
like
coping
it
with
could
it.
be
I'm
managed,
unhappy with it, but I'm
right?
coping
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But like
It,
never compliments isn't like a thing you manage at all. So I guess
yeah.
not.
Because
Like
it's unchanging, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like I was talking about last time. Like this isn't a true scale, especially because depends on the situation. To me, it just means it has some variance. Like the variance could be all
Yeah.
down here, or the variance could be all up here. It just means
Mm.
Yeah.
it depends. Like yeah. Okay. Only complements physical attributes. I
This is not the worst thing.
yeah. I just
Oh, my
especially
toxicity is showing.
no. Especially it's kind of like the thing you were talking about last time. It's like if you know that they do like other things, but they just happen to be really
Yeah.
into
Only
you.
say,
Yeah. Only say the only.
oh wow,
verbalize.
your hair is so nice or whatever.
Yeah. Or
Or
you.
your mustache is so awesome. It makes you look
Yeah.
like great,
Yeah.
but in a hot way.
Yeah, or your butthole is so tight, you know?
I think
That's just
Uh-huh.
yeah.
this is very this is a very this is something that's very very different for men and women.
I
Is
could see that.
Women get way more physical attribute compliment than men.
Oh, and you're saying men will take what they can get in
Yeah,
terms of
like-
compliments? Okay, you know what? Fair. But
Yeah.
I guess I have to rate it as me, and that's not the worst thing.
especially
Yeah.
I mean I guess George is an exception
Because he's
because
fucking hot.
because people are always like,
Oh, my
wow, your
eyes.
fucking
Yeah.
eyes make you
Yeah, I do
wet
get my eyes a lot.
all the time.
I still like the older I've got, the less and less I get it, but I guess that's just everyone with like
Yeah.
physical
People
compliments.
feel weird complimenting strangers. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I still get it in like drive-throughs and stuff like that sometimes. Like, oh my god, your eyes. I'm like, yeah, I'm just want to make chicken, lady. Just trying to move on with my day.
Bitch.
Actually, this is a deal breaker. Just because of that drive-through.
Stop
Yeah.
complimenting my fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did someone
How about you
in-
notice my package instead?
did someone else say not the worst? Ryobi did, right?
I said not the worst.
Okay, I'll leave it there then.
That's because, yeah,
I
have
put
to rate it.
I put could be good.
Yeah,
Why is that so? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, whatever.
I could have. He's almost moving me. It could be good. You know what? Fuck it. I agree. Archie won me over. Could be good. That could be good.
Okay.
I'll take physical compliments. Fuck it. Okay.
Constantly late. This is
Uh,
showing no respect for your time, so this is a deal breaker.
yeah.
This leads
depends
into
on
a
how
respect thing.
Yeah, it depends on how late. It depends on how late. If they're constantly
Depends on how late.
2-3 minutes late, I don't care. That's almost neutral if it's that. Like, so it depends. Yeah, I'm gonna say it depends for me.
Is
I would say
if
not
you're
the
2
worst
minutes
thing.
late, is that late for you? Because you have to rate just rating this of your scale. What would
Yeah,
be a red flag? If somebody's constantly late, how much of it would it be for it to be a red flag?
I used to be more late, but now I have like a little bit of
Discipline?
like Well, not. It's more so like social anxiety
Guilt.
around it, where it's like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like I'm too afraid to be late. So it's not because I'm a good person. It's just because I'm like, I don't want to be like caught being late. But yeah, I think
George, real.
Yeah.
Real and heard.
Yeah. So wait, we all disagree. You said not the worst. He said deal breaker, and I said depends. So I guess I'll put it here in the middle of us three. Is that cool?
Yeah, like I can be late often, but always. That's the thing. I'm late often for me. Like if if somebody else is like depending on like
And it depends.
me, I will make myself be on time because
Yeah.
I don't want to make make their whole situation worse.
Yeah.
I'm fine tanking my own life by being late.
Yeah, and it like totally depends on so many factors too. Like if it's a social event versus like I don't know, like a job or an appointment. I feel like the job and appointment is still it's like I almost like if I have
Yeah,
like a game night and it's like oh it starts at 5 or whenever you want to show up and they show up at 5:15. It's like I don't really care. But it's
Yeah.
like if you're
If they
constantly
show
late
up
for
at
your
7,
job,
it's
then
fucking bullshit. Though.
yeah, that's true. Exactly. It's like if you're showing up hours later, then it's
Yeah,
like
and
okay,
if you're trying to catch a flight and then they're like,
Yeah.
I'm not packed yet, it's like
we have to
I'm
go.
getting
Yeah,
on-
No, I feel
getting
like
in the car.
I probably could not deal with someone who has work troubles because they're constantly late
exactly.
to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, that can be. I mean, to that degree, yeah, it's crippling in your
Yeah, because it's hard to hold down a job. at that
financial
point.
life because you don't have a job. Yeah.
Ooh, last minute cancels, very similar.
Last minute
I mm,
depends on the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like
bad but manageable.
I,
Maybe this is the same thing as late. Maybe I have to bump constantly late to bad but manageable because I think this is the same thing for me. It's like
it depends. I think is this actually I like this because I love doing last minute cancels. Or like I like it. Like even if I'm the person who's like
I think
you know, if someone was like I have a meal planned with if someone's like, "Oh, we're going to brunch or something." And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm kind of stressed about it." And then they text me like 5 minutes before like, "Oh, I actually have to cancel." I'm like, "Yes. No obligations."
But here's the thing: if it's 5 minutes before and you're like in the parking lot,
That's true.
that
That's true.
sucks. That sucks.
Last minute cancels to me is like an hour before or 30 minutes before. Like if you're doing it 5 minutes before, that's actually fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, I'm not going to be there. It's like, well,
Yeah,
shit,
I'm already fucking here.
Now I'm like sitting at this bar, already ordered a drink, and
Yeah.
I'm here alone. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, fuck me, I guess.
So I guess I'll say it depends
like,
again.
if this is like a dating thing, like last minute cancels to
Oh yeah, if
To
it's a
dates,
date.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that is
Dates?
bad.
To dates,
That's-
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, no, I
that's
agree.
way worse than being like a few minutes late, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Last minute canceling on dates.
If you're dating long enough for it to become a trend,
Although
then
I
I,
don't
feel
know.
like you know, based
No.
on other factors, whether or not they care.
I'm
And-
It
sure
still
that-
depends.
I'm
It still
sure
depends.
Depends on the situation because
Yeah.
it depends on how often they do it.
Yeah.
If like they last minute cancel half your dates, that's you can't continue to
And
date.
why they're doing it. It's like if they're a doctor and they're constantly getting called into surgery versus they're just flaky. You know what I mean?
Or-
It's
or-
like
or they're
yeah, there's
extremely- or they're
differences.
extremely
Some-
medically delicate.
wait, sorry. Didn't hear either
Like,
of you.
like if they're a doctor, and then I also brought up if they're extremely medically
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
like if it's like medical emergencies or
Oh yeah, like
you
glass bones and
happen-
paper
you
skin.
just happen
Yeah.
to have like started dating them when like a bunch of family emergencies started happening in their life.
Yeah. But if they're canceling to like play League, then it's like why are you
Yeah.
dating someone who plays League anyway?
Yeah,
That's the biggest red flag.
That's
You really should
that's
associate
psychotic.
with people
Yeah.
who play-
Yeah, that should be on
also
here, and it's
Hilarious
instantly-
that somebody who plays League would get dates.
Yeah, yeah, that would never happen. Rude to service or retail staff. I feel like everyone's just gonna say this is an
I
instantly
can
red flag.
fix them.
Yeah.
This is bad, but like
What? This is the highest red flag. This is the most. But
it's disrespect. I can't imagine this coming from a place of like anything other than ignorance, but maybe that's me just like projecting.
the thing I was gonna say is like I feel like even people that are rude to service or retail staff would put this as a red flag. They would just say like, "Oh, when I do it, it's justified," or like, "I don't even do
Yeah.
it," or whatever. Yeah.
100.
So you think they deny being mean in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. I think in their eyes they're not being mean. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm surprised we didn't all just insta lock this as instant deal breaker.
Yeah. Which is kind of like
Yeah, I don't. Okay, go ahead.
it's not as bad as like most of the other instant deal breakers, really. but it's also
It's
so much more universal.
And it's so instantly apparent because most of the time you're going out to eat or to like a bar or something as your first date. So like it's like the first red flag you see.
Yeah, this is one of the most like typical, I guess, red flags where it's not apparent until you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I gotta move it down.
And again, this one is great because it's not actually technically a problem in and of itself. It just like if this person
It doesn't affect you in any way, except maybe they spit in your food too.
Like, but if this person's rude to retail workers, they're probably just generally an ass.
Yeah. I agree.
And it would be bad to continue a relationship.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't caused you problems directly.
Yeah. I'm like overly nice to retail people. I'm like 20% tip no matter what.
Nice on here.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong too.
Yeah, but that's me. I'm definitely on that side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Personally.
George, you're a red flag.
I know.
George, somebody could spill like an entire beer on top of you as they're bringing you your like your table
on purpose. On purpose.
On purpose. It's like 25%.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is my fault. I'm sorry I said.
Thank you. I'm cooled down now. I'm refreshed.
Yeah.
Okay, does not have a single close friend. This one's tricky.
It's not good. It's not a good thing. It's not bad in itself, but it's indicative that they do something that makes other people not want to be around them.
What? Like, I don't know.
This is a red flag, and not necessarily like this is a bad thing that a bad person does, but it is a warning.
I disagree. I think I'd say neutral, because it's like, to me, it's like with how hard it is to find friends in the modern age for certain people, especially if they have like severe anxiety and things like that. Like, I think like have a single is kind of hard, but I don't know. I try not to blame them too much. It's like it depends. It like depends why.
But it's.
I feel like everything depends, but I'd say it depends again.
Okay.
I'm more in Ryobi's camp.
Okay.
Like my natural assumption is not that, oh, this must be circumstances outside of their control.
Because like I feel like a lot of people I know have like one or two close friends.
Okay, and it's like that's different than this though. That's fine.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. That's kind of where I came to that conclusion. Is like one or two is not absolutely that much more than zero. I mean,
I think there's a world of difference between 1 and 0.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't met anyone with 0, but I would give them the benefit of the doubt most of the time. I feel like.
Okay.
Until they give me another red flag to.
Wait, so you're putting them in bad? I put them in bad.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys put them in red flag. Sorry. I put it in depends. But you guys voted here.
This is a red flag if we were actually doing red flags as they were actually intended.
Yeah, we have to weight it or skew we have to curve it based on the other blatant character flaws that are on this list too.
Yeah, because for me this would be a yellow flag, which is what this is color. It would be yellow flag. It'd be like, that's definitely a caution, but I wouldn't be
question mark.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right, we got time for maybe
one or two.
A couple more.
Brags about how good of a liar they are. Huh.
This is a weird.
That's weird.
I'm gonna go ahead. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
That's instant deal breaker for me.
That's tough.
Are they joking about it, or like are they being? I can't imagine somebody doing this. Seriously.
I imagine it's not.
Where would I put this?
People do that seriously.
Yeah, I haven't.
There are people who like consider like lying to other people a talent that they have.
I mean,
but if there's bragging about it and there's doing it.
I mean, to be fair, it is a talent. I mean, it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a bunch of things that
if you brag about it, I think if you brag about it, you're doing it, right?
Well, it's kind of
not necessarily.
It's like
according to, from this list, at least.
For like just to play devil's advocate, for like if you say like lockpicking is you could argue is an immoral talent, but if someone brags that they're a great lockpicker, it doesn't necessarily means they're breaking into places. You know what I mean? They could have just had a niche hobby and that's their skill. But it's harder to be like manipulation is my skill, deceiving people is my skill. So I am agreeing with you, but I was just kind of trying to play devil's advocate. I'd put this in bad, but manageable.
Yeah.
It's just if they were lying to me, yeah,
if they're actually doing it, if they're actually lying
I
and
don't
not just
like
bragging.
I don't like bragging, and I don't like lying. This is like a double whammy for me.
yeah, I'd put bad but manageable. It's like if they're lying, just no. I agree with you. Lying is so annoying, and it's like trust is like the foundation of a relationship,
Yeah.
and so
I also
yeah,
think the kind of people who would brag about
lying or just
their
cringe
about lying to people are
assholes, kind of like the waiter
so
thing.
toxic.
Yeah.
Like that's like such a like I can't imagine anyone who isn't insanely toxic doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Fair.
Okay, let's just try and knock out these last two because they go hand in hand. Goes to the gym every day.
And then never goes to the gym.
I would say I like going to the gym every day.
I like that.
Yeah.
Never goes to the gym, I gotta say, is not the worst thing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say goes to the gym every day could be good,
I'm gonna even say neutral for that.
and never goes to the gym is
No, I'm gonna agree with RJ. It is could be good because they could be way too into it, where it's like
yeah.
It's impacting
If-
other aspects of their life.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
hard to schedule things and
Yeah.
you have to, like see them because they're spending all their time at the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say could be good for goes to the gym every
Like-
day, and then never is not the worst thing.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
agree.
like a lot of
Not everybody
people-
needs to
No,
like
it's
be.
not that crazy
an
to
athlete.
spend like an hour or so at the gym,
Yeah.
but like if
You're there
like,
five
if your
hours a
work
day.
schedules if your work schedules don't align very well, they're already working like 40 hours a week,
Mhm.
and then
You never see them.
and then and then they're at the gym for another 7 hours
Mhm.
in that week. It's so hard to like actually see the person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially if they have like buffer times where they're like, "Oh, I can't meet you for dinner because like
I'll only have an hour of free time.
yeah, I
Because I-
only have an hour of free time. I have to be at the gym at like
Yeah.
at 6:30."
Just to finish it off, one thing I noticed, I like how it's a very skewed but kind of normal distribution, like leaning to. That's not what normal distribution means, but you know
don't
what I
have
mean. Like it's
any- actually I like this.
yeah, but it's like very clearly like growing in the direction
logarithmic.
yeah,
or
logarithmic
exponential or whatever.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
Towards red flags as our average, but then mine
Which is
is
probably a good thing.
yeah. But then mine is very like kind of all over the place. Like I have one in bad but
It's
manageable.
crazy that you don't have any. That you only have one in bad but manageable. That's insane to
All
me.
of these are like extreme, so it's like they're either it depends or not the
It's
worst.
just personal interpretation. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
or they're instant deal breakers.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you have none and actually I like this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel like every single one of these things is like
When we get like some of the
Like,
not to be
almost every
spoiler,
single one of these things is a bad thing.
but like a lot of these aren't down here. Like dark humor, that's not a bad thing. Like wants
Yeah.
kids and does not want kids. Like I feel like like depending on our opinion, they're probably going to be
Yeah, I know
Like-
gamers down here.
yeah, gamer, that's
It's
definitely
I can't wait to do this more.
yeah.
Well,
so.
we'll come back to this and do the rest later.
But yeah, let's
Gamers
not do
don't
too
I like this.
yeah.
yeah.
We can't give away
let's-
all the good ones.
Yeah, let's not give it away. But all right,
They
so
just calls themselves a nice guy, which I think that's a huge red flag.
RJ,
I don't
stop
want
giving
this
them
guy.
away. You're giving them the future for free. They gotta pay. That's on the Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
Not on
Okay.
Patreon.
Yeah, we
do
don't
not
have-
make money on any of this.
Yeah,
And nor
obviously.
should we.
Nor
I
do we
dare say.
deserve to. We don't
Nor
deserve
do we
to.
deserve.
You definitely don't.
Yeah. All right. Quick outro. Anything else? Song for me. Let's go with. Oh fuck! I gotta look it up. RJ, do your thing. Do your tip or whatever. No, fact. Do your fact.
Technically, English is a Germanic language.
Hmm.
Although also technically there are more words in English derived from Latin, but the words we use most often are Germanic origin.
Hmm.
Like grammatically, you mean?
No, like etymologically.
Like grammatic words, like words necessary to,
Oh yeah.
and not 1,000 nouns or whatever.
Yeah.
And verbs.
All
Okay,
right.
that makes sense to me.
I don't think I've done reggae yet, so I'll do a modern reggae. Or let's go "Fall Back" by Benetton. I don't know how to say the name.
Chill.
Beniton. So yeah, that's my song suggestion for the week.
Benny Ton.
RJ, did you listen to what was the rock one I said? It was Lonely Lonely Eyes by.
Where do you put these, George?
What do you mean? Where do I
Do
put
you
them?
write them anywhere?
I was gonna start keeping a spreadsheet. I'm gonna do that.
Or
So,
even just in our Discord.
yeah, we're on a Discord. Yeah. Well, I'll do
Maybe a
both.
channel. Maybe a channel for it.
Yeah, I'll do both. I'll do both.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this until I run out. But I've been playing board games more often recently, so I'm gonna recommend a board game.
Ooh.
Clank Catacombs. Pretty fun.
Oh, I want to
about-
play Clank. I haven't played that yet.
It's a competitive game where everybody moves like their little guys on the board away from like the center of like the dungeon or like the entrance of the dungeon, and
Mhm.
your goal is to get treasure and like accumulate points.
Yeah.
And it's also like a deck builder at the same time. So you can like buy cards that will like make your turns better. And so every turn is like you flip a couple cards and like you can do the actions that are listed there. And so like
so it's
you
kind of like
get better turns. Sorry? It's not
So
Balatro.
it's kind of like Balatro.
It's not Balatro. It's not a roguelike. So you
And
get
it's
better,
like
your turns
a-
get better.
It's like a risk it or lose it too, right? Like if you
Yes.
stay in
You
too
want to
long,
have-
you'll die. Yeah.
You want to have the most points and be alive at the end.
Yeah.
So you have to get points and then make it back to the start. And as the game progresses and as people get points, the setting gets more and more dangerous, and you slowly start to like lose health.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you want to be like obviously if people have more points than you want to exit early and hopefully get them killed before they can escape themselves.
Yeah.
All right, new board game sim game.
Yeah. It's on.
It might be on there.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's very popular. That's on my
Mhm.
BGG list. I want to play it, but I haven't played it yet.
Let's try it.
All right. Well, without further ado, I guess we just need to apologize.
Yep. What am I sorry for this time? I'm sorry for being
I'm
easy
sorry.
and having no boundaries not boundaries, having an extremely low bar of if you compliment me, that's apparently all I need.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for the sandwich joke. That was
I'm not
uncalled
that was
for.
Wait, no, that was bad. That was very not good.
Yeah,
But your punchline joke, good.
yeah. RJ,
So they equaled out.
I guess I'm sorry for never believing you if you compliment me.
You should be sorry for
Yeah,
that.
you should be.
Actually, yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
Fuck you.